Well, hey guys, this is a video for those of you who weren't able to be at the Leader One Day that we had just a couple weekends ago. We missed having you there, and there was a lot of great conversation that we had. I will include some attachments on some of the different things that we talked about, the pretty simple outlines regarding series ideas for the year as a whole and things of that nature. So really excited about what God's going to do in the year ahead. One of the things that we did is we reviewed our expectations and the commitments that we make as leaders on this team. And really, the hope here is to give you the opportunity to say, "Yep, I want to continue," or "Man, maybe now is a time." To stop if you're not in it, if you don't want to commit to these things. But basically, it's an opportunity to pause and assess where you're at and if God is calling you to continue in ministry. So I'm going to go over the staff commitments, and I'm going to put them up on the screen here too as well. I'm hoping as I read over them, you can take a look and read them with me, and then we'll need you to sign, okay? So here's the deal. Here are the things that we have asked you guys to commit to. First, I acknowledge the lordship of Christ in my life and have a personal growing relationship with him. You've probably heard me say this before, but we're all about the ing there, the ing, the how am I continuing to engage in my relationship with God that gives him the opportunity to continue to grow me in my relationship with him. You'll see right under that in italics, it says, understanding that we are all different. What does that look like for you? Really, we know that everybody connects with God in different ways, and that your intimacy with God grows through different practices. And so that question is there so that you can create a plan of sorts. How will you engage in those different practices in order to put yourself in a position where God can show up and grow you? The second thing is I understand that my lifestyle is a model for students, so I commit to lifestyle choices that honor and obey the commands of Jesus. We just very simply want to model what an adult follower of Christ, a more mature follower of Jesus looks like. We want to model that, certainly not with perfection, but with intentionality. The next is I will pray regularly for the church, the student ministry, fellow leaders, and the students under my leadership. And what we know is that God invites us to pray. He commands us to pray. And so we need to be consistently praying for our church as a whole and for Edge or Encounter, wherever you serve, or both for that matter, if you want to get really crazy, for the leaders and for the students that you're investing in. If God is not at work, we build a house in vain. We need to invite God to move. And so that's really, really important. Next, says, I will identify and invest in 531 and contact them regularly. And then under that, it says, what does this look like for you? And so the idea here is that every leader finds 3 to 5 students they invest in. And then of those 5, you go a little bit deeper with 3. And of those 3, you go deeper with 1. As you have questions for that, please go ahead and let me know. And or Jeff know, and we would love to help you along in that area. Finally, or sorry, not finally, the next, I can see myself serving at Edge Encounter for blank years. A better way of asking this question is, what is the impact you want to have on the students that you're pouring into, and how long do you think that will take? We're not asking you to commit to this, but right now, how long could you see yourself serving at Edge or Encounter? And finally, I'm choosing to make Edge Encounter a priority, and when I cannot make it, I will let the ministry leader know. That just is a courteous thing. We may need to make adjustments, and certainly in the structure of the night, how it all works, but also be able to answer kids' questions when they come up and they say, hey, where is so-and-so? We can let them know that you're home sick, puking your guts out, and that's really bad, and that they should pray for you. Whatever it is, but that just lets us know so that they don't feel as though you're not committed, because you all are tremendously committed. So just let us know so that we can adjust plans accordingly, as well as let students know what is up. Okay? So for both of these things, both of them being the understanding that we are all different, what does that look like for you in terms of investing in your relationship with Christ? And then what does this look like for you regarding how you're going to intentionally invest in your 5-3-1? Our hope is that you will take a moment and think about a 30-day plan for both of those things. What are 2 or 3 things that you could do in your relationship with Christ that would put you in the best position possible to grow in your relationship with Christ? And then what are 2 or 3 things that you can and will do in the next 30 days to invest in your 5, 3, or 1? And we would love for you to fill out this commitment sheet and then let us know what those plans are, so that we can help hold you accountable, but we're also going to create opportunities where you as leaders get to hold each other accountable as well. So thanks so much for making time to watch this. As you have questions, please feel free to let me know. That is all. All right, guys. Hey, what's going on? We missed